Well, new today, John Fetterman writing an op-ed about why he wants Pennsylvania to vote for him in the midterms, writing, quote, "When it comes to inflation and crime, Dr. Oz doesn't get it. I do." He says his opponent spent nearly $100 million attacking him with negative ads because Oz has no solutions of his own. So joining us now, Nichole Berlie, national politics reporter with our partners at The Hill. Nichole, thank you for being here. We'll get to Fetterman and Oz in a bit. But first, we just heard Kelly Meyer talk about Democrats struggling to retain Latino support in Florida. There's a similar problem in Nevada. Is this maybe indicative of a bigger trend for Democrats?
Absolutely, yes, Nichole, and it's one of the big stories in American politics. It's not so long ago that Democrats believed that as the Latino population grew, it would deliver them election victories because they believed that vote was so solid. Worth pointing out, Democrats do still get the plurality of Latino votes, but the level of support has eroded. And that really has the capacity to puncture a lot of Democratic hopes about the direction, the political and electoral direction of the nation.
Well, let's talk about Arizona. Last night there, the Libertarian candidate dropped out, now throwing his support behind the Republican. How much will that impact that race?
It could have an impact simply because that race is so close. That's roughly a 2-point race in polls between Mark Kelly, the Democratic incumbent senator, and Blake Masters. Now, the Libertarian was polling at about 1%, so it's not as if he has this huge number of votes to transfer. But in a close race, any change is important. And, Blake Masters is sort of a Libertarian-flavored Republican, so he would certainly expect to get the lion's share of those votes.
All right, so now, we're talking there about Arizona's Senate election, but are there other elections where a third-party candidate may possibly decide the race?
Yes, the big one there is Georgia, Nichole, where Chase Oliver is running as a Libertarian Party candidate. Now, again, he's polling in very low numbers, but the point about Georgia is unusually, it's not enough to simply win a plurality of the votes. You need to get over 50%. If Senator Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker fail to do that, partly because of the presence of a Libertarian candidate, then we're looking at a later runoff between those two candidates. So Mr. Oliver, even though he's no chance of winning, could have a real impact there.
All right, now let's talk Pennsylvania now. I mentioned at the top of this, Democrat John Fetterman writing that op-ed for Fox News. He's painting Dr. Oz, the Republican, as being out of touch, an out-of-touch millionaire who doesn't care about the average person. Now, Nichole, as you know, that's messaging his campaign has been pushing at this point for months, but we also see the gap between those two candidates shrinking. Do you think there's a reason maybe that the message isn't resonating with voters like it used to?
It certainly did used to resonate. I think it's more a question of that message now being neutralized by a couple of factors. One is Dr. Oz has criticized John Fetterman's record on crime, and I think that's maybe underappreciated as a factor that has closed this race, closed down Fetterman's lead. The other factor that we do have to mention, Nichole, is John Fetterman's health. The debate was a big moment in that regard, in that it really re-raised those questions about whether Mr. Fetterman was fit to serve following his stroke earlier this year. And that, I think, has echoed through this race and has contributed to the tightening in the polls.
Yeah, a lot of people certainly paying attention to that. All right, Nichole, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.